This time on Kings of the Wood, we're transforming solid timber into 3 beautifully bespoke items. That was very satisfying. As Robin's on a mission to get a perfect finish on the ultimate DJ desk.
You don't want to give someone something that's like bumpy and it's got ridges and high spots and low spots.
Saf elevates a humble picnic table with some creative convertibility.
Quite a satisfying motion there. After I've done all that, it's the exciting bit.
And I have my work cut out, making a supersized version of a classic childhood game.
It's together, and it's huge.
Welcome to our woods. A magical workplace where beautiful handmade objects come to life.
This is the moment of truth.
All crafted by us, a team of passionate woodworkers. There's Saf.
I want it to look like it's an explosion of gold.
Ella.
I've put a lot of my heart into this.
Karis.
Yes! I did it!
Robin.
The finish on that is so smooth.
Michaela.
I opted for a vintage machine, but they do give me a bit of a workout.
And me, Alex.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be huge, isn't it?
Together, we join forces.
You ready? Beast, isn't it? What a beast.
To create truly unique items.
Oh, wow.
I'm honest, I'm gobsmacked. I am gobsmacked.
For people who really deserve them.
I couldn't have got through it without you. I just wanted to do something that was for you.
Oh, wow. Yes! I love that.
Oh my gosh!
We are the Kings of the Wood. With the woodland coming to life for another day, it's time for us all to get together for a spot of breakfast before we get started.
Morning.
Morning.
Isn't the light incredible?
Well, it's dappling through the trees.
Yeah, it's
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
I keep walking into stuff because I'm looking up.
Hey, any wildlife spotted today?
I saw some deer.
Oh, you did? Horses. I've had horses, donkeys,
Cows.
cows, ducks,
Deer.
a rat. A single rat.
A very chilled out rat.
Sat in the road like, what? I don't know. And I saw an owl on the way home last night.
That's amazing.
Shows how late I was working.
Yeah.
Early mornings and late nights are a pure pleasure working here in the woods. And getting his morning underway first is Saf, whose guest Rory has just arrived at the outdoor workshop.
Hey,
Hey, mate.
Hey, I'm Rory.
What can I do for you?
So, last year, I lost my dog, Chewie. I was walking through the woods, and one minute he was there, turned a corner, he'd gone, disappeared. Blew my whistle for him, because we had him whistle trained. Nothing. Called his name, nothing. Panicked, obviously.
As you do, yeah.
Yeah. Then someone suggested a Facebook group called Drone Search and Rescue for Lost Dogs, and this group had been put together by a man named Graham. So what they do is utilise drone pilots across the UK and what they call ground searchers to help find lost dogs.
Fantastic. Did you find the dog?
We found him,
Yeah?
a day and a half later.
Oh, poor thing.
So, honestly, I think without the group and without the guidance that Graham gave us, I don't think we would have found Chewie. You know, can you imagine he didn't come back?
Do you know what? In my younger years, I used to have a little staffy called Fudge.
Yeah.
And Fudge went missing. We were looking everywhere. We had no Facebook then. Shows how old I am. We had to put a newspaper advert in. It was that kind of time. So
yeah.
we never found Fudge. It's been nearly 18 years now.
Gosh.
So this is a special story to me.
I mean, because you don't think about it until you need it, but there are people out there who are ready to help you find your dog.
Sounds amazing.
I heard Graham is quite the avid caravanner.
OK.
So I think if you could maybe make him something like a table.
I've got a couple of ideas. I think we'll do something really special for him. So leave it with me.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Hello.
Hiya.
Just put pot on.
Do you have milk?
I do. It's a dash.
A dash.
Or a river. Could do that. So, this guy Graham, Rory would like to give him a gift.
Right.
Now, he knows he's got a static caravan.
Right.
So I'm thinking some sort of seating area.
Yeah, nice.
Or a table. I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
What are you thinking? What are you leaning towards?
I'm actually thinking of doing both.
Oh, cool.
A convertible bench and table.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How do you reckon that
So-
would be made?
So I've got with this. Now this, it's like a normal seat and a bench, like a picnic bench.
Nice.
When he wants to relax, it pivots just on a central point there.
Wow.
It pivots down and becomes a bench, so it ends up from being like that to like that.
That's such a good idea.
Good, isn't it?
It looks like it might be a bit complicated, the twisting.
I know.
it,
I
but-
think that's like because you know what I like. I like to overcomplicate things. I don't want
Yep.
it too simple. Do you know what? I'm gonna grab a cup of tea and give it a start now. See you later.
See you later.
First job on my list is selecting the perfect wood for Graham's camping table. The timbers I'm using is Iroko and Sapele. Now, Iroko is a really nice, oily hardwood, and it's perfect for outdoor furniture. It's durable and rot resistant as well. And I'm also using Sapele. Again, really stable, really good for outdoors. So the first thing I need to do, get this sized up and cut up into strips. Once I've got my timber down to length, I'm going to cut identical notches into each of the slats, ready for the cross beams that will hold everything in place. I've started by clamping the slats together. Now I've used some heavy duty clamps because I want to keep them nice and steady and rigid, just so I can mark them all up in one go. I don't really want to cut one and then do another one, because there could be a mill off here and there. The areas I'm marking will be where I cut my notches on each of the Sapele slats, so that they can slot perfectly into the Iroko crossbeams. It does help to have an accurate set square for this stuff. This is a really old one my dad gave me. There's a steel one, it's a really heavyweight. Nowadays you get them aluminium ones, which are not 100% accurate, but this is bang on. And I don't lend this to anyone. Now that I've marked it all out, let's put some PPE on, start some cutting.
With Saf up and running on his build, our next guest has made his way into the woods. Dom, a DJ from London, has just arrived at the workshop and he's got an appointment with Robin.
Welcome to our wooden workshop.
Amazing, beautiful space.
So what brings you here today, Dom?
I'm here hoping that you can make something for my good friend and fellow DJ, Gooby.
Tell me a bit more about him.
He's a wonderful man. He's a very warm-hearted man, a man who always thinks about other people before himself. He started an initiative called DASP, D-A-S-P, DJs Against Street Poverty, where the DJs involved, which now includes me as well, give a proportion of their fee to their chosen homeless charity. I think the thing about being a DJ is when you spend a lot of your time out late at night, you probably see aspects of street poverty that other people don't see, tucked up in bed. So especially going home from club nights and things like that, you see a lot of it. But yeah, he is the kind of person that would go and be open and speak to these people, yeah.
Good for him. So I'm guessing he probably needs somewhere to put his decks and hide his records away.
He does, he definitely does. Living in London, you know, space is at a premium. He's currently using an old sideboard on the side of the room to have his decks on. It's not the right height, hasn't really got enough space. So, yeah, it would just be good to have a dedicated space where he can have his decks, but also maybe a space where that can double up as somewhere for him to use as a kind of office space as well for his work with DASP and other stuff that he does.
OK, cool. So 2 decks, a mixer, and then potentially the space to just kind of clear that away, do a bit of admin as well.
That'd be amazing.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Dom. Leave it with me. I'll give you a shout when it's done.
Amazing. Thank you, Robin.
Hey, no problem. Nice
Cheers.
to meet you.
Thank you. See ya.
Take care.
Cheers.
Dom's given me loads of ideas for Gooby, so now I need to come up with a cool desk design. I think I want to incorporate an industrial element into the build, and who better to bounce some ideas off than metal maestro Karis.
Hello, mate. What are you up to?
Well, I've just met this guy, Dom. He's a DJ in North London, and he's a pretty cool guy, actually, but he's got a friend, Gooby. Where Gooby lives at the moment is in a flat, and space is at a bit of a premium, Don was saying. So I'm thinking a standing desk. With shelf there, he can put his records on. We'll put a back on it as well, and a nice flat surface for not just his decks and his mixer, but also maybe his laptop and all his space to do his admin and stuff.
Yeah. What if you use like a metal base for it? Nice standing desk, metal base, oak top.
That sounds good. Metal legs and then just the rest in oak.
I think it's going to look really cool.
Well, thanks, Karis.
All right, see you in a bit.
Getting wood and metal to work in harmony can be a real challenge, but I think I've got the right timber to make this desk both stylish and sturdy.
To make this standing desk really, really strong, so it can hold records, decks, a whole load of work stuff, but also look really, really nice, I'm using oak. Now, I'm not just using any old oak, I'm using what's called a full-stave plank, which is essentially, you've got the whole grain almost from one end of the plank to the other. Rather than sort of chocking it up into little planks and then laminating it, I'm going to use the full-stave just because the grain looks incredible. It's really, really nice.
I'm going to fix the planks together using biscuit joints. This is a method which has been making life much easier since it was invented by a Swiss cabinet maker back in the 1950s.
Now, a biscuit that I'm referring to, it's a little bit of, I guess, processed wood, and that goes into a groove that gets cut by a biscuit cutter. When I was a teenager, I really wanted to be a DJ. I had little decks set up. Used to go and spend all my pocket money on records. I loved it. In fact, I had my deck set up on a sideboard similar to what sounds like Gooby's got, and it wasn't ideal. So happy to help make something that make a difference to him because he's doing such a good thing for the homeless community.
With my oak planks jointed together, I've crossed one job off the list. But if I'm really going to deliver on this DJ desk, I've got to nail the next part of this build, the all-important metal legs. And that means a spot of welding.
Here in the woods, we've got two builds underway. Saf is making a convertible picnic table for Graham, who runs a group that finds lost dogs, whilst Robin has made a start on a standing desk for fundraising DJ Gooby.
On my project for Dog Detective Graham, I'm cutting notches into the slats, which will form the seat and the top of the camping table. I'm making multiple cuts into the timber so that I can remove the rest by hand. Quite a satisfying motion there. With my notches cut out, I can fit the sapele slats onto the cross beams. So I'm putting these in, but I'm using some 21mm spacers. Now the spacers there to help the rainwater funnel away from the seat. So I learned these tips and tricks from my dad. Woodworking most definitely runs in our blood. However, my brother's an accountant, so it missed one of them. So as you can see, the seat's taking really nice shape. It's a nice, comfortable area as well. It's not too narrow. With my temporary spacers in position, each slat is precisely where it needs to be. So it's time to get the drill out and start securing them all in place. I'm using my counterbore bit so that the screws will sit nice and deep in each slat to give the table a sleek look without any screw heads showing. Just nice slow speed, nice and steady. That's nice and tight. And in essence, I don't actually need any glue on this. The screw is plenty enough to hold it nice and steady for many, many years. So the next thing I've got to do is screw the rest of these out and drill them down. After I've done all that, it's the exciting bit of making the tabletop tip.
Saf and Robin are well underway on their projects, and now I'm getting in on the action too, as our final visitor, Lorraine, has just arrived in the woods.
Hello.
Hi there.
What brings you to the wood?
Well, I have a very good friend, Martin King, who loves to help out the community.
OK.
And I don't mean just a small community, I mean the whole of Hampshire.
Go on, if you've got my attention.
Yeah, people donate bikes to him, old bikes that they no longer want anymore. He'll fix them up, and a couple of days later, he'll put it in a raffle, and the number that comes up is the person that gets the offer of the bike for free.
For free?
For free.
So do you know what got Martin started fixing the bikes?
Yes, where he works in Age UK charity shop, somebody donated a bike to the shop.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was broken, so they couldn't sell it. So Martin bought this bike, fixed it up, gave it to a little boy in the neighbourhood, and saw the big smile on his face, and he absolutely loved it. And he thought, if I could do that for people, then that's what he's going to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many of these has he done, is it?
Thousands.
No.
Thousands.
Who tends to receive the bikes from Martin?
Well, all NHS staff took priority.
So a bike will come, it'll need something, he'll buy the part,
Yeah.
fix the bike and then donate the bike?
Yeah, even parts is coming out of his own pocket.
Wow.
You know, there's 4 children at home, 2 are disabled. He's not a rich man at all, but he's very rich with his generosity.
Well, if anyone's deserving of us making something for them, it's Martin.
I think so. I really, really do think so.
So, have you got anything in mind, anything you've been thinking about?
He loves time with his son, Thomas.
How old's Thomas?
He's nearly 4. He's adorable.
I'd love to make something then that they could do together.
Yes.
Where they can spend a bit of time with each other. And
that would be
not
perfect.
that he sounds like he's got much spare time, but, you know, if we can find something for him. Leave me to it, and then when you come back, hopefully I've made him something special.
Fingers crossed. Thanks
for
very
coming,
much.
Lorraine.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care.
Cheerio.
Bye.
I've decided to make Martin something that he can play with his son Thomas, and it's inspired by an all-time childhood favourite, noughts and crosses.
Now, I've never made a giant game before, but I do love playing them. I think they're a really important part of the family. Too much time is spent on screens these days.
My game will be constructed from a large frame into which each player takes it in turn to drop tokens, trying to line up 4 in either a vertical, horizontal or diagonal line.
I've got an idea of making my tokens nearly 5 inches in diameter. I'm going to make 42 of these tokens, because that's what I'll need for the size of the game I'm going for. It's going to take a bit of time, but it'll be worth it. To keep them strong, I'm using oak. But that's not the only reason. I've got a little finishing touch later on I'm going to add to these, which I think will really add to the quality of it. Now, I'm using a lathe, and basically it spins the wood on an axis. And you push the blade up to it, and it helps shape the wood. Now, when you're using a chisel on the lathe, you almost use it upside down, and it's that flat face, that totally sharp, flush edge, that what gives it a nice, smooth cut. I can see already I've got a perfectly round token. But I want to take out some of that inner material now.
As a practical design feature, I'm going to put a hole in the centre of each token, making them easier to handle for children.
It's one of those tools, it looks quite scary. Once you actually start, it's really good fun, and, you know, you can get some nice shapes from the lathe. Now, my dad still uses the lathe in my workshop daily, and he showed me how to use it, and then it's just lots of practice. That's the beginning of our tokens in our game.
With my first token measured and shaped, I'm marking out the size and position of each of the holes for the slot game. Then, with the holes in the right place, I'm cutting them out with a hole saw attachment on my drill.
But each time you cut one, you've got to prise it out of the hole saw before you can do another one. Now, to get my offcut out, I use the handle of a spoon. Only 38 to go, but you know what they say. Patience is a virtue, apparently.
On my desk project for fundraising DJ Gooby, I've got the wooden top and sides well underway. So now it's time for the fun part, welding the metal legs.
I've cut the metal components for Gooby's standing desk legs. I've used a mitred joint, and although it sounds like a wood joint, it's really useful as a welding joint as well, because it gives more surface area to weld. The more you can weld, the stronger the joint's going to be. It's exactly the same as wood, it's cut at 45 degrees. The only difference is, though, because when you weld, you're actually using metal instead of glue, using hot welded metal. The welding process, essentially, you melt in two bits of metal together, but you're putting a little bit of extra metal in there to act as a glue and kind of strengthen the joint. The next thing, to make sure that what I'm welding is actually square, I pinched a couple of Carris's corner clamps, and I'm just going to clamp them up to my workpiece.
I'm using these corner clamps to keep the joints at a perfect right angle. I've only enough steel for one shot at this, so there's no room for error.
Now that my corners are square, I can start fully welding all my joints, and yeah, it gives me a bit of a chance to give Carris's welder a little blast as well. I'm loving it. It's not something that I get to do that often anymore, welding. It takes a little bit more time to master, and there's a bit more that can go wrong, but you can achieve just a really nice finish. I'm going to grind all the weld back, and it will look seamless and flush.
With the metal legs welded, that's another big job crossed off my list. I'm just hoping it all goes to plan when I join the steel and oak together in the next stage of the build.
In the woods, we're all ploughing ahead with our projects. Saf is building a unique convertible picnic table for Graham, who helps track down lost dogs. Robin is crafting an all-singing and all-dancing DJ desk for Gooby, who raises money for the homeless. And I'm underway on a giant slot game for big-hearted bicycle repairman Martin.
On my camping table project for dog rescuer Graham, I'm making good progress. With the slat components all done, I'm tackling the tricky mechanism that will allow the bench to pivot and become a tabletop. And the way it works is, a bolt will go through from this side, in through the middle here, and out the other side, with this sandwich in between. Now, to give you an idea, this will sit over. A nice coach bolt come through, tighten that up, and as they move, they'll get rocking action, just like that. Once it's in position, I'm going to drill a hole straight through here. It'll lock it into this position. So when it's a table, it'll be locked in that position there. And then when it's down as a bench, I'll drill another hole. It'll be locked into this position here. So you'll have the same pin, just move from one position to the other, depending which way you're having it. That's one done. It's got to work on the other. For my pivot mechanism to work, it's absolutely critical that I drill my locking holes in the right place. And I can only do that with a test build and a willing guinea pig to try it out. Robin, what's going on with this?
Cool, this is wicked.
It's good, isn't it? I'm just trying to work out the angles. If you want to have a seat, I can just have a little measure.
Okay.
Try not to put any weight on this one, because you just clamp, but that's pretty steady. Let's have a go on that. What do you think?
Mate, that's perfect, isn't it? That feels like I'm sitting at a picnic bench.
And then, if you want to jump out, turn the other way.
I could see it coming together on the bench, but I had no idea that you were going to make it pivot. That's really clever.
It's a double function. Just hold it there a second, Robin. I'm just going to mark these out so I know exactly where it's going to go, and then we can pull it apart. With my measurements nice and accurate, I can drill out my holes and attach a locking pin that will keep the back of the bench in either position.
Got it? No worries.
On my giant slot game for bicycle repairman Martin, I think it's time to add a splash of colour. I'm just painting my inline slot game. I'm doing it a bright red because it's fun to go with the game theme. It will complement the oak, and hopefully it'll be really enticing for Martin to want to have a game with his kids. For my game to work, each of the players need to have different coloured tokens. But instead of painting them, I've got a little trick up my sleeve. Now in this jar, very stinky jar, is vinegar. White vinegar and wire wool. And the wire wool degrades inside there and it causes a solution which will oxidise the oak. The more tannin you've got in the oak, the stronger the effect. Now, when I paint it on, you can see how it starts to blacken that oak. And it blackens the oak. The longer you leave it on, the darker it will get. Now, I decided to use this method instead of painting it, purely because it will last. This won't wash off. This oxidisation of this oak will be permanent. The oxidising solution will turn these tokens a rich brown, whilst I'll leave the others as raw oak. There's a real contrast between the two tokens. These ones are really, well, naturally oak and light. That one's gone really dark just from having that solution painted on. A very effective way of staining timber.
On my camping table for Dog Detective Graham, I'm very nearly done with the build. I've got my pivot mechanism working like a dream, so I'm moving on to the final touches. Adding some Iroko plugs to hide the screws and to add some contrast detail to the sapedi slats. I'll just go over it with the sandpaper. With a coat of Danish oil to bring the wood grain to life, this table is ready for Graham and the life in the great outdoors. I think I'm nearly there, I'm nearly done. Rory came to me to ask if I could make something for Graham, whose organisation came to the rescue when Rory's dog Chewie got lost in the woods. Now Rory's back, and this time he's got Graham with him. Hi Rory, love to see you again.
Hey, Saf, how you doing?
I'm not so bad.
Hello there.
How you doing? You all right? I'm Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Rory, why didn't you tell Graham why he's here?
So Graham really wanted to show some appreciation for the work that you do with Drone Search and Rescue for Lost Dogs group, and the fact that you do it for nothing, and the fact that you helped me find my dog when he was lost, and thousands of others across the UK. I don't know what would have happened, how life would have been if we hadn't got Chewie back that day. So I asked Saf to make you a little something here, just to say thank you on behalf of everyone, I suppose.
Well, thank you very much, Rory. It's really appreciated. It's great you got your dog back.
So you ready to see what we've done?
Yes, please. Love to. Oh, wow.
Wow. One of a kind, made especially just for you.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, Rory did say you had a static caravan.
I'm just going to say I've got a perfect place for this.
Oh, yeah. I hope so, because that's what I built it for.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolute
Thank you,
pleasure.
Rory. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Do you have a seat?
Yeah, we'll have a seat. Hope I can get up after. Oh, it's beautiful. Wow.
Is it comfortable, Graham?
Yes, it is. Yeah, but I can sit I can sit on a patio with a book or something, or even my iPad doing the dogs.
Well, I've got another little surprise on this for you.
OK.
Now, there's a couple of pins here. Take one pin out, and the other one, it spins round.
Oh, brilliant.
You put the pin back in, lock it in place, and there you go. Little picnic table as well.
Fantastic.
That's cool.
Absolutely
One of a kind,
fantastic.
convertible table.
Brilliant.
I'll package it up, ready for you to take home.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Saf.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Take care, guys.
Thank you
Safe
very
journey.
much. What Saf has done there is absolutely remarkable. It's a work of art, put it that way. Yeah, it's perfect, perfect.
Graham was absolutely over the moon. I mean, the fact that he straight away knew exactly where to put it in his caravan, that's what I designed it for. And it makes all the hard work and the long hours worth it.
It feels amazing to be able to reward Graham for all the work that he's done. Hopefully, the table represents to Graham a big thank you from everybody who he has helped.
With one project done and dusted, we've got the fire lit for a well-earned tea break and a natter.
Do you know what, guys? I think we're so lucky to do what we're doing. I actually love what I do as a job. I don't even think of it as a job. It's actually a hobby of mine, which is weird, and I do it for a living as well. It's really good.
No, you're right, though. It's great to be creative.
Yeah.
Love being able to have an idea, design it, create it, gift it to somebody, and just, yeah, see the look on their face.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. What would you be doing if you weren't doing woodwork?
Oh, good question. Do you know what? I used to be a manager for a massive retail store.
Did you?
Yeah, in my past life.
I can imagine you on the tannoy. This is manager's sap.
Those shelves aren't quite stacked right. Got to get it in line.
That's exactly what I said.
Really?
On my standing desk build for DJ Gooby, I'm hoping I can channel some of Saf's perfectionism, as it's now time to attach the brackets to my welded metal legs, and I can't afford to drill in the wrong place.
Now, if that's worked, I should be able to screw one of these in there. Would you look at that? Worked a treat. All I've got to do now is tap all of them, drill all of them, drill all of them, tap all of them, tap all of them, and do the same on the other leg.
With my angle brackets attached to the steel legs, I'm nearly ready to screw the timber on, but first, it's in need of a little TLC.
The front is really flush, it's beautiful. The back had a couple of little indiscrepancies just on the joints, so I'm using a smoothing plane just to take out the high spots. It's really important to make sure that you've got a completely level, flat surface, because you don't want to give someone something that's like bumpy and it's got ridges and high spots and low spots. Ideally, this wants to feel and look like it's just one solid, completely flat, level piece. And then I'll give it a really nice sand, so it just feels really smooth and just really nice. I actually love planing wood. It is one of the most satisfying jobs you can do as a woodworker.
Once I've got the oak and steel fixed together, I should have the sleek industrial look I'm after. I just hope that it's exactly what Gooby needs.
On my project for bicycle repairman Martin, it's time to tackle the structural elements of the giant slot game. Now what I'm making are the frames for our inline slot game. It needs to be strong, it needs to be wide enough so that when the game is rotated, it doesn't topple over. And I've got a few little additional features I want to put into it, but it needs to be strong. And one way of building a strong frame is a triple lap joint. So a lap joint is when one piece of timber cuts into the other one. In this case, we've got three pieces cutting into each other, and they're not at right angles, they're at a 30-degree angle to make almost like an A-frame to make a solid base for our game. But these are challenging joints to make. So if this works, I line up the center of our bottom piece. This slots in the middle and drops onto our upright. That was very satisfying. And then this piece should fit over the top, like that. And then the base overlaps at the bottom like that with a simple basic lap joint. And what we're left with is our frame. All those overlaps, all those ornate joints will leave us with something incredibly strong. I'm really enjoying this one so far. I've loved making this joint. Well, I love it because it worked, but no, on to the next stage. With my sturdy stand constructed, I can move on to getting the sides of the slot game screwed together. It's together, and it's huge. I'm securing a bolt through each side of the vertical stand to allow the game to pivot and release the tokens out after each game is finished. Well, that seems to be working. I put a bolt right through my stand, into my frame, washers in between to keep that sort of friction to a minimum. I think once I put my trough on this bit, that'll flow nice and smooth.
On my standing desk for charitable DJ Gooby, I've attached the steel legs and oak top together. And now there's just a few details to add extra functionality.
I had some really nice offcuts of oak, so instead of putting them to waste, I thought I'd put them to use. I made some runners up for these little baskets. Now, it's more than just a desk, it's like a multifunctional desk. He can put his wires and stuff in there, he can put paperwork in. Made up these little things so he can put his records in individually, each side. Put some bars to stop the records falling out, and even a little hook for his headphones. So more than just a standing desk, it's somewhere he can comfortably mix his records and store his paperwork for when he's playing records or for when he's working. Better give him a call so he can come and get it.
But before Gooby gets here, I've had a chance to dress the DJ desk with some display items, including a laptop stand and even a few well-worn albums. Dom's back with fellow DJ Gooby, who's been doing some amazing work helping London's homeless community. Now they're both in the woods and I can't wait to show them what I've been working on.
Hey, Dom.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too, you too.
You must be Gooby.
Yes, I am.
I've heard all about you. I'll let Dom explain why you're here.
Well, Gooby, I've known you a long time and you've always struck me as someone that thinks about other people before yourselves. And I've been really impressed in what you've done to help people living on the streets.
Oh, thank you, Dom.
And I thought it was about time someone gave something back to you.
I just felt I needed to do something about that. And what better way to do that than through music?
Well, I've made something that's multifunctional that hopefully can marry up your love of music and playing records with your whole initiative and all the work you're having to put into it and stuff. And I'm hoping that I've created a space where you can do both.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's beautiful. That's amazing. Goodness me.
It's gorgeous,
absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm speechless. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. I mean, you're doing so much. This is something little in comparison to the work that you're doing yourself. So, you know, it's my little way, you know, by virtue of Dom, to give something back.
Dom knows me. I can talk for England, but
you're
speechless. It's one of those rare occasions where I'm not quite sure what to say. But other than thank you very much.
Don't have to say anything. Pleasure's mine.
Thanks so much, Robin.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
It'll be a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. It's rare for me to be surprised in this particular way, so it's overwhelmed is probably the best word to use to describe my feelings right now.
Gooby is a very modest man. I think he's a little bit overwhelmed and a bit lost for words at this beautiful object, which I think is going to come in so handy and make a big difference to his life.
I can really picture Gooby's desk in his flat with his decks, his mixer, maybe his laptop, and then a really eclectic mix of records on that bottom shelf. I think Gooby's really a humble man, but it was quite clear on his face that he really loved it.
It's a good job that Gooby and Dom don't have to carry the DJ desk out of the woods, as the heavens have just opened. Luckily, I'm in the workshop, putting the final touches to bicycle repairman Martin's giant slot game. And then it's nearly ready. Be a great feature for the garden, a real centrepiece for the family to play with. And I think it'll just bring everybody together to have a bit of fun. When I saw Lorraine, she asked me to build something for Martin, a guy who puts in hours of hard graft repairing bicycles and donating them to people who really need them. And now she's braved the storm to return to the woods, and she's got Martin in tow. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello, Alex.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, could have been sunnier.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? And you must be Martin?
Yep.
And you've got no idea why you're here today?
No.
No idea
Not
at all. Well, Lorraine's been telling us a little bit about you, but I should probably let Lorraine explain why she's brought you here.
You've received so many donated bikes, and you've checked them out, you've done them up, and you've given them to families that can't afford their own bike. It's just so admirable what you've done.
I enjoy it.
You're everybody's hero, Martin, and we just want to thank you so much for everything you've done.
It's just something I enjoy doing. I'm always doing it in my back garden, just enjoy it, so I'll do it. Making people happy, so.
Well, Lorraine certainly appreciates what you do, so that's why she came to see me. And Lorraine just asked if we could make something for you for a change, just as a little thank you for all the hard work you put in. So, let me show you what we made for you. And let's say this is just something fun for you and your children in the garden.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. The kids will love it.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the lounge, not the garden.
Make you this big game. We've got big tokens that we can slide in.
Can't believe it. It's brilliant. Thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. Our absolute pleasure.
I am shocked. I don't think I deserve it, but that is brilliant, and thank you for nominating me.
Oh,
it's just...
Thank you for everything you've done, from me and everybody else.
I wasn't expecting that. That's brilliant.
Well, do you want to have a go?
I'll let you go first. Ooh, the tension. Have you won it?
Hey,
yeah, I won.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
When you finish the game and it's time to reset, you give this a tilt.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And then you catch all your tokens and start again.
Brilliant.
That's really, really nice.
Definitely.
Really good.
Well, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you for bringing Martin to see us. I'll get this wrapped up and delivered for you.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
very
us.
much.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, I wasn't. No, I didn't know. I didn't have a clue.
To see Martin's reaction just makes all the work worthwhile. I think he genuinely loved it, genuinely didn't feel like he deserved it, but was touched that Lorraine had brought him here and given us the opportunity to give him something back.
It's a beautiful piece of work. It really, really is nice. Alex has done a superb job. Little Thomas is going to be all over it, isn't he? You know, and the bigger kids, they're going to love it as well because everybody loves to play that game.
To receive this is amazing. I've never had nothing like that done for me. That is, I know how people feel when they get bikes. Now I know what it's like to get something back. It's amazing.